everyone, and welcome back to Bragging About Cinema. Now, I know there's been a big gap between my videos lately, and nothing like a good old-fashioned Marvel movie to inspire me to get back out there and get a review for you, and a positive one at that. Now, in my crew rolling to the theaters there's 5 of us, ranging from 11, and we had a couple in their 40s, I won't mention who, and we all thought it was a really fun movie. How fun did we think it is? You gotta keep watching. If you're a fan of my channel, you know that I really try hard not to see any reviews. I definitely don't read or watch any reviews before I go see a movie. And I did notice that the Rotten Tomatoes score was pretty low and the CineScore was definitely higher than the critics. So that always leaves me to wonder what is going on. So I have to go see it for myself, of course. And I want to point out that this was a packed theater, which is not common amongst where I live. And there was laugh out loud parts throughout. Another thing, if you're a fan of my channel, you know I'm a critic of Marvel's humor, and Thor: Love and Thunder was pretty much ruined for me. It's my least favorite out of any Marvel movie. This movie, I thought the humor was well timed, and I think that's partly because Paul Rudd is such an amazing comedian, and I didn't mind the humor at all.
Thank you, Spider-Man!
There was certainly some silly moments, and we'll get to that, because there was an amazing amount of world building. You'd think the third movie in a trilogy would really tie up some storylines. Marvel doesn't seem to do that, even though they have like trilogies with their characters. I don't think they're the traditional, the 3 structure act, because sometimes they're so different. This one is, all 3 of the Ant-Man movies have been directed by the same person. This one, on the other hand, really sets off where the MCU is going next. And the world building was incredible. You went to the Quantumania, and there was just a whole society of, I don't know if you call them aliens, different kind of beings. And so we're introduced to a whole lot of stuff that we didn't see in any of the previous Ant-Man movies. Really, the heart and soul of this movie was lost time with your kids, and as a dad of teenagers all the way up to 20-somethings, I can really relate to that, so maybe that's why I enjoyed this movie more than most. You blink and your kids are older and you're like, whoa, what the heck happened? Now, I didn't disappear for 7 years in the blip, but it still goes by so fast. So that automatically tugs at the heartstrings. So it got me hooked right off the bat. And so Cassie Lang plays a huge role in this one. She has been experimenting with Ant-Man suits, playing around with the Quantumania. And if you saw the trailer, you know she is the one that kicks them into the Quantumania. Things have been really quiet, though, from the Wasp's mother as she came back from the Quantumania. It hasn't really said a lot yet, but Janet's been keeping quite a few secrets, and those secrets unfold throughout the movie.
There's something I never told you.
Now, what I judge most superhero movies on is the villain. Jonathan Majors plays an amazing Kane. So far, everything I've seen him in has been epic. I'm looking forward to him being the big bad throughout the next how many other movies. We've also, if you are a fan of Loki, he shows up in Loki. So you might want to rewatch. It doesn't have any impact on the movie, but you get to see where they're kind of going with this. It also made me more excited to watch Creed 3. Not that I needed a reason, but he's a great actor. The special effects didn't really bother me. I did see some comparisons to Spy Kids movies. I thought they were a little better than that. This is, and it must have been shot entirely on a green screen because this is out of this world adventure. And Ant-Man's always a funny character because I've never looked at him the same way I look at Captain America or Iron Man or Thor. So maybe my expectations going in are just to have fun and enjoy the movie. And that's exactly what I did. And I can't stress enough, Paul Rudd's comedic timing blows away anything else in the MCU because I think the comedy is just so forced sometimes. And this one had a surprising amount of heart, as you felt like there was real stakes in this one. And I don't want to spoil what happens, but there's definitely an emotional roller coaster more than the other ones as well. And of course, another big thing is we got to see the MCU's debut of MODOK. And I wasn't sure how he would play out on the big screen. I haven't read a lot of comics with him in it. I did watch the show on Hulu, and it was all right. That's an adult show, so if you're a kid watching my video right now, get your parents' permission before you watch that show. I don't really have a lot to complain about this movie. Bill Murray was also in it. He has a great small role in the movie, but he made me laugh out loud as well. So I'm going to score this one a B. Now, you're probably thinking, man, you just said all these positive things. How can you score it a B? You're almost ascribing an A+, a gambit paw of approval, if you will. Now, the reason is Ant-Man is a fun movie, and I enjoy it. And it's I love going to these ones with my family. I just don't feel like it's on the level of Avengers Endgame or Infinity Stones, Captain America Civil War, or Shang-Chi. I like my movies to have a little more darker edge, and those are the ones that will always get the better reviews from me. And, Shang-Chi has some of the best fight scenes in the MCU, and it doesn't have that. And it shouldn't, because it's Ant-Man. He gets bigger and smaller. I did like that they used his size quite a bit more, I feel, than in the other movies. We also got to see a good deal of Wasp. I thought she did an awesome job. And Michael Douglas was always awesome as Hank. Michelle Pfeiffer also really shined in this one as Janet. This is kind of her movie. She has kind of been in the background character for the other ones, and this was her time to shine, and I thought she really did. I would love to hear your thoughts. It seems like yet another divisive Marvel movie where the critics feel one way, the fans feel another. And just judging for my family, as I teased in the beginning, they all really liked it. The couple of the younger kids loved it. One gave the opinion that really misses the more grounded tales of the MCU, and that was a good point that I've kind of thought of, that everything is just getting bigger and grander, and sometimes I just miss the Captain America or Iron Man origin stories. I feel like Black Panther, by the time he came in, I think there was some really good stories that we missed because he came in and it was already full Avengers. I'm hoping that we get a good Namor-centered story in the future at some point. And I think sometimes they just try to serve the greater good too much instead of telling a really good, well-contained story with only a little bit of expansion into the universe. That's really a small complaint because we still really enjoyed it. And we all agreed that we'd probably watch it again. So let me know below after you hit that subscribe button, of course, because you want to be there when my next video comes out. That way you can tell those critics, hey, this guy said it was all right to watch. He bragged about it his entire video. And you know what happens when you watch my videos, you're always going to find something to brag about.